You don't have to be a party person to enjoy Cancun. If you love warm weather, beautiful surroundings, and meaningful experiences that don't demand constant social energy, then you might just fall in love with this place. Let me show you why Cancun was a perfect blend of rest, culture, and adventure, even for someone like me. This was my first time in a Spanish-speaking country. And as someone who prefers calm over chaos, I wasn't sure what to expect. But Cancun turned out to be full of fun, inspiration, and adventures that spoke to my introverted and adventurous side. It was so awesome to leave the freezing, chilly winter in Canada and go to Cancun where the weather was amazing. It was summer in Cancun, in December, and hence I didn't have to layer up, winter heavy winter jackets. All I had to wear was summer clothes, and let me tell you, it was great. Like the weather was just awesome, seeing sunny skies and just being warm. While I admit it was humid, so that means I did sweat a bit, but compared to freezing, nah, warmth anytime. If you love tropical greenery and clean spaces, then you feel completely at ease in Cancun. Something I enjoyed and appreciated about Cancun was the fact that the lawns, at least for the places I went within the hotel zone, were well kept. It was green, it was lush. It reminded me so much of Lagos in Nigeria, which is where I resided for a bit. It was just amazing. Like the tropical vibes where I was totally into it. Something else I noticed and observed was that most of the buildings in the hotel zone were painted in white. And even though something about the color white, it means first thing, like cleanliness, and it does require a lot of maintenance. So I really did appreciate that. And it wasn't like a dirty white, it was a stunning white that you know that, okay, people, the owners, management is really, or the government, whoever is taking time to ensure like everything is well maintained and up to par. So I really did appreciate that. And then something else I noticed was that there was no trash lying around, which is awesome. I really did appreciate that. There was no trash. Everything was just neat. And I'm talking about Cancun, the hotel zone area, which is really large. And also like the hotel I stayed at, the beachfront, the sand was soft and white, and then the turquoise waters. Woo! It was so beautiful. Like it was just a great place to relax and do nothing if you didn't want to. So I really did appreciate that about Cancun. One thing I really appreciated about Cancun was the feeling of safety. I traveled with a friend, but on a few occasions I went out by myself. So like there was a particular evening I went for an evening stroll, and there were no incidents whatsoever. There was no catcalling, there was no harassment. Even for the duration while I was in Cancun, there was no incidents of theft or harassment, or it was just a really awesome experience to feel safe in Cancun. And even the other places we went to, nothing went missing, and I didn't encounter, there were no shady encounters whatsoever. I will admit that there was a heavy security presence, but even with that, I didn't feel uncomfortable. So I really did enjoy that and appreciate that about Cancun. One of the things I really appreciated about Cancun was the cultural richness. I got to experience lively but not chaotic experiences like the mariachi band and the Mayan Harana dance. Something else I also really appreciated was learning about the ancient ruins there, such as like the Chichen Itza and Tulum ruins. And even though I didn't go on a food frenzy, I was inspired when I got back to Canada to try my hands at Mexican dishes like the Mexican rice and beans, tacos, quesadillas, and I really loved it. And something else also, I picked up a few Spanish words when I was in Cancun, Mexico. Some of them were like hola, sí, gracias, buenos dias. And because of that, when I go back home, I signed up for Spanish classes on Duolingo. So it was a really great experience. Cancun also marks a personal achievement. It's my goal to travel to at least one new country every year. And traveling to Cancun enabled me to be able to check off that. So far, I've been to Ghana, Cameroon, Benin, Canada, which is where I currently reside, Mexico, and Costa Rica. So I am really grateful for the privilege that I had to be able to check off that box in 2023 when I visited Mexico. Cancun wasn't wild, and it didn't need to be. It was warm, beautiful, safe, and filled with inspiration. And that's more than enough. It gave me the reset that I didn't even know that I needed. If you've been to Cancun or you're curious about going, let me know in the comments what kind of experience are you hoping for. If you enjoyed this video, watch out for the next one where I'll be sharing some of the biggest lessons I learned from my Cancun trip and how I'm using what I learned to plan for an even better vacation next time. Until then, may your journey be quiet where it needs to be, bold where it matters, and always true to you. Bye. Cancun was the perfect blend of rest, culture, and an adventure. Oh goodness. If you love tropical scenery or greenery, something I really appreciated was seeing well-kept. Just flow. Okay.